Yo, what's going on, guys? John Fibonacci here, and welcome to my video, Qualities of a Great Leader. So I spent time in high school, a little bit of time in college, and I spent 4 years in the US Navy. So I've seen a lot of good teachers, bad teachers, and I've seen a lot of good leaders as well as bad leaders. So I want to go over a few things that I believe every great leader needs in order to be great. So let's hop right into it. And my mentor, John C. Maxwell, once said that a leader is one who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. So I made a reel on this quite some time ago, and I want to dive a little bit more into what this actually means. So knowing implies knowledge, it implies experience and wisdom. Going the way implies action. So they do or have done great things and they live the life they teach about. So they don't tell you to do something that they haven't already done or that they wouldn't do. They tell you exactly what they have done or are doing, and that way you can do the same. Showing the way implies generosity. They give back to the team and they develop the team. So here are the top 5 qualities of a great leader. And the first quality is going to be trustworthy. Just that you do the right thing, the rest doesn't matter, cold or warm, tired or well rested, despised or honored. And that was said by Marcus Aurelius in his personal journal, Meditations. Nobody will follow you if they don't trust you. Trust takes time to build, but can be broken quickly. You can break trust by not keeping your promises, gossiping, withholding information, being two-faced, being closed-minded, and seeking personal gain over shared gain. Like I said a minute ago, I've been in the Navy and I've met a lot of good leaders and bad leaders, and a lot of the bad leaders did these things. They made promises they didn't keep. They would talk about other people, and they kept us in the dark a lot of the time, and they really wouldn't listen to us anyway, but they would always seek personal gain over shared gain. They would put their career over everyone else, and I understand why they did it, but that's just not a great leader at all. So in order to build trust, this is what you can do. You can build trust by being honest, keeping your promises, or at least maybe not promising, but promising to do your best. You can gain trust by not gossiping about others unless it's positive. You can be transparent and always strive to do the right thing. And the second quality of a great leader is flexible. Well, I don't know what's going to happen, but I do know what's capable of happening. And none of this will give rise to any protest on my part. I'm ready for everything. So I look for the best and am prepared for the opposite. That was said by Seneca in Letters from a Stoic. So a great leader will continue to learn new things, unlearn things, and practice. They cannot remain stagnant or coast in a leadership position. They will adapt to sudden changes and they will find new ways to win. Premeditatio malorum, prepared for various scenarios, but hopes for the best. Now, premeditatio malorum, I've spoken about on my live sessions as well as previous sessions. It's a medallion that I have. It sits right here on top of my computer, and it's a reminder. And it's actually very similar to Murphy's Law. Murphy's Law says that if anything is capable of going wrong, then it's probably going to happen. So premeditatio malorum is the premeditation of evils. What could go wrong? List them out and be ready in case those things happen. So we want the best, but we're prepared for the worst. A great leader who is flexible can pick up where others may be slacking. The third quality of a great leader is going to be communication. Now, I would also put connection in here, but just be careful. You can communicate without connecting, but you cannot connect without communication. So connection to me is more important, but communication is a slightly different topic, and there are some subtle differences, but again, you cannot connect without communicating. and at a minimum, at least be able to communicate with your team. Hey, real quick, if you got some value so far, drop a like on the video. I would greatly appreciate that. Thank you. The most important thing in communication is to feel what is being said and hearing what isn't said. That was said by Peter Drucker. So a good communicator knows the team and talks with them often. They are honest with the team and transparent. They don't lie or tell half truths. They give ideas and they are open to ideas from anyone and everyone. Cares for people beyond their job description. They care about who they really are. A good communicator never ignores their people. They are always there for the team. A good communicator listens to their people, engages with them, and asks them questions. But also when it comes to questions, they ask great questions and they also give great answers. A good communicator communicates clearly and concisely. They are not ambiguous or confusing. So whatever message that you have for someone, or if you're doing a presentation, you want to make sure that the message is clear, whatever the lesson is. You don't want people to leave a conversation or to leave a presentation confused or not really understanding what was supposed to be the message. So communicate what you need to clearly and concisely. Don't leave people confused and don't be confusing. The fourth quality of a great leader is going to be humility. Humility is not thinking less of yourself, but thinking of yourself less. And that was said by C.S. Lewis. So a leader with humility admits their mistakes, they learn from them too, and they don't hide from their mistakes. They look to get better, not bitter. They also take the blame when things go wrong, but they give out credit when things go right. They never appear to be too perfect, and that actually comes from Robert Greene's 48 Laws of Power. It's law number 46. Never appear too perfect. They're going to value people and their contributions, and they're also going to let them know that they are appreciated. Acts of kindness, compassion, and service to others without asking for anything in return, without expecting anything in return for the kindness that they show. And the fifth quality of a great leader is going to be resilience. They are going to be resilient. The greatest glory in living lies not in never failing, but in rising every time we fall. And that was said by Nelson Mandela. They show up every day and they don't shy away from difficulty. They stick to the plan and they don't give up on the dream. They help others through hard times and they encourage others. They encourage the team. They keep a positive mental attitude. They also look for the lessons in challenges and adversity. And this is the biggest part. They can reframe their perception as well as the perception of others. So recently, I just finished rereading for the second time a book called The Obstacle is the Way by Ryan Holiday. And in the beginning of that book, he talks about perception. So sometimes we need to change our own perception about things because we might overthink something. We might think something is a problem when really it's not. Or maybe it is a problem, but we make it way bigger than it needs to be. So sometimes we need to reframe our perception. And we might have a good perception about something, but others may have a bad perception or the wrong perception. And a great leader is going to help change their perception as well. So when you're able to do that, help the perception of others and get back on track to get through the difficult times or circumstances. And they're going to display problem-solving skills. Okay, so how can a leader develop these qualities? Well, first, you need to make the decision to become a better leader. So set the goal. I want to become a better leader. Number 2 is to write out the plan to becoming a better leader. You're going to need to plan it out step by step. Number 3 is read often, if not daily. And the Maxwell Daily Reader is perfect for that. 1 page every single day to become a better person, but also a better leader. Number 4 is to reflect on your day or the week or the month. Ask yourself the hard questions. Am I keeping my promises? Am I doing what I need to be doing? Am I being a good leader? What are the qualities of a good leader? I just gave them to you. Am I doing those things? Am I being a great leader? If yes, great, keep it up. If not, figure out what you're doing wrong and fix it. Number 5, don't go at it alone. Find an accountability partner. They're going to hold you accountable and you can hold them accountable, and it's going to be a win-win situation. Number 6, give yourself enough time. Great things take time to build. So earlier we talked about trust. It takes a long time to build trust, but it can be ended expeditiously. So you want to make sure that you give yourself time to create a good business, to become a better leader. Is going to take a while. So you got to give yourself the proper amount of time to get those things done. And here are some resources. I have well over a dozen books from John Maxwell, my favorite author on leadership. And these are some of the best ones that I think he has put out. Leadershift, Everyone Communicates, Few Connect, and like I mentioned earlier, the Maxwell Daily Reader. So also from Ryan Holiday, The Daily Stoic and The Obstacle is the Way. So here are 5 resources that you can jump on right away to become a better leader and to become a better person. Connecting, resilience, finding the way through obstacles, and all of that. All right, and that is going to be it for today's presentation. So hopefully you found this valuable. If you did, don't forget to like. I would greatly appreciate that. And if you really enjoyed today's presentation, send this to a friend, send this to somebody who you think could benefit from becoming a great leader. So thanks guys for watching. I appreciate you, and I will see you in the next video.